First of all, you could hear it, and it was rumbling and getting closer. That did put the wind up here a bit because you didn't know which way it was creeping. The noise got quite bad, made your ears, you know, pop. Smells that went with it as well. Unidentified smells. I didn't know what they were. Vegetable smells, vegetation, but you could smell it in the air coming through.
When bombs fell, you'd obviously feel this crump and this, as though like a shock wave going through the earth, and then would follow this pungent aroma of scorched leaves, wood, grass. It was almost like somebody had lit a bonfire of green vegetation, and the mixture of the smell of the explosive made the most wonderful smell. It hung in the air, especially if it was a damp day. It hung in the air for probably an hour or two, and it was not unpleasant. And it's terrible to think that this aroma dealt death and destruction to all and sundry.
We were in a shelter not far from the airfield, and the bomb landed literally 20 feet from where the shelter was and blew up underground. Enormous bang, threw us around the shelter, threw us against the wall of the shelter, couldn't breathe. It smelt, it stunk. It stinks of vinegar and rotten eggs, basically. But the compressive force, you're unaware of that. It picks you up and moves you. So the sequence was crump, crump, crump. A compressive force of an explosion, an enormous, enormous bang, unbelievable bang. The shelter, in fact, part of the shelter came out of the ground, the back of the shelter came out of the ground. Earth came in and trickled in. I was thrown against the wall of the shelter. Couldn't breathe. My back hit, I don't know, maybe in a bunk down there, but my back hit something and it knocked all the breath out of me. I couldn't hear. Hearing had gone because of the bang. My mother was probably screaming, her mouth was going up and down, couldn't hear her. My sister was wrapped in a blanket, clutched to my mother, and I was convinced at that time, in fact, that we were actually dead.